Living in Airbnbs for part of the year, the no lease life. Now, personally, I don't want to be tied down to a lease. I want the flexibility and the freedom to roam and travel and to move to another location for work. I also look for places that might offer a short-term lease for about 3 months. I did this when in the US and overseas. The last few trips to Thailand and Taiwan, I found monthly and weekly rentals on Airbnb. I like the convenience of moving temporarily into a furnished place. I sold or donated all the furniture I owned a few years ago, and I feel lighter and more free. I don't have a desire to own any of this stuff. Over the last bunch of years, I've sought out work that comes with housing, both overseas and in the US. Teaching English in South Korea and China, an apartment is usually provided, or they might offer a monthly stipend on top of your salary that will cover the apartment cost. The apartments were always very nice, modern, fully furnished, often large spaces, more space than I've ever had with rentals in the US. Many will offer nice amenities in the building, maybe a gym and a pool, and sometimes with a great view. Now, with English teaching jobs, the apartments are usually considered part of your salary, part of the package, and no extra amount is taken out of your paycheck. Now, I've considered myself a part-time resident of the US over the last few years. When in the US, I usually seek out seasonal jobs for the spring, summer season, which usually lasts about anywhere from 3 to 6 months, depending on the job, often May through September. Now, I also seek out jobs that provide housing, often your own room in a shared house or trailer, and sometimes your own studio, cabin, camper, tiny house, or even full apartment. When the season is finished, I might travel overseas, or I might find some temp work for a couple months and stay in an Airbnb. I've done this in Las Vegas when I was working as event staff at the convention center for a couple months. It's easy part-time work that many retirees do in Vegas, just staffing for all the different trade shows. Surprisingly, there are some pretty good deals for Airbnbs in Vegas if you rent by the month. There are better deals and a larger range of options compared with what I found in most other cities and compared with cities closer to where I'm from, actually. In a couple cases, when I left, the host sent a message saying I would be welcome back in the future, to contact them before booking, and they would give me an even better rate. So this is one idea, one path for avoiding the crippling costs of rents these days. I know people, and I've been there myself, people who are working mostly just to pay for an apartment without much left over after other bills and food. Add to that, if you're working a job you don't like, or you're dealing with a toxic manager or toxic coworkers, then the situation's even more stressful and soul-crushing. A living space is a sanctuary, an oasis, a temple, but when the cost is so high, it no longer feels that way. Then it becomes like a trap, perhaps like a golden cage. The price is not just in dollars, but the toll the job takes on your health in order to pay for it. Now more than ever, we have the options, the flexibility to throw out the rule book and design the kind of life we want to live, to be more fully in control of our time, have more freedom and flexibility to build a life on our own terms. This is the direction I'm moving in. I see myself more as a global citizen of the world. My goal is to keep traveling, experiencing, and learning about the world. And it's great to have a place to keep returning to. Now I have several. I don't own a home, and probably never will, but there are places that feel like home and have become home. Places where the natural beauty, the energy, the vibe from the people make me feel I've found my true home. So this is one way to live the no-lease life, to keep a measure of flexibility and the ability to travel for much of the year.